Good morning. Okay, let's do this. It's yoga time. Lily and I are all ready. Hopefully you guys are too. So standing with your feet hip width apart, just take a nice big deep breath. Try to get really tall and then just let it all go and fold all the way down. Inhale, extend the spine. And then come all the way back up with your spine nice and long. Reach for the ceiling again. And then all the way back down. Make sure you let your head go. Really try to unweight completely the upper body. Now we're going to inhale and extend the spine. And then reverse it. Come all the way back up again. And now make a fist and pull those elbows as far back as you can. Hold them there and fold halfway down and back up. Try to begin and end each movement today with a breath. So you are always trying to breathe as much as you possibly can. Now on this one, just let it all hang out. So you're in a full forward fold. Let's just walk the fingertips forward and shift our hips backwards. Try to give me a nice, long, straight leg. And now just move the whole body forward. Start to walk out with your hands going all the way to the front of the mat. And we're going to meet in a high plank position. Let's push our heels towards the back of the room. Keep the legs nice and straight and go straight to your first downward facing dog. Pushing the heels towards the floor and doing a lot of breathing. And let's come back to plank. We're going to step our feet into bear. And from bear, you're going to a small downward dog with both heels on the floor. Pushing those legs nice and straight. Let's come back to bear. And let's step back to high plank. And pull back to down dog. Now let's bend the right knee and push the left heel towards the floor. And then switch it. And come back to plank. Step into bear. And let's put the knees down on the floor. Going to do some cat-cows here. Nice and slow as you breathe. Now hold the spine with a really big arch in it. And then come off the knees back to that small dog. Walk the hands all the way back to your feet. And just hang out here and breathe. You're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time, nice and slowly. And we're going to sweep just the right arm up, straight up towards the ceiling, and then go over. And then let's do the same on the other side. Sweep it out to the side, nice and long. And then reach for the ceiling, and then go over. You should feel this all the way down the front of that left hip. And then come back. Take the feet to the width of the mat. Shift the hips to the right this time. Sweep up and over. And then other side. Shift that hip all the way up to the left. And take it over to the right. And then come back one more time on each side. This time when you shift the hip to the right, turn it a little bit towards the back and then sweep up. So it makes you feel the stretch a little bit behind the hip. And then come back. So now left hip out first, and then turn it to the back a little bit. Sweep that arm up and over. You're really reaching the arm nice and long here. And then come back. Turn and face the right side of the room. And let's line up our heels on the edge of the mat and take your feet nice and far apart. Like, go for it today, far apart. Okay, make a fist, thumbs up, shift the elbows as far back as you can, and squeeze them together. Fold halfway down as you weight into the heels and try to shift the hips back. Of course, you don't want to fall back, but get a little bit edgy. Keep the elbows high so you're working your upper back, and now come back up. And we're going to do that again. Think about moving those hips back, drawing in the belly, coming down nice and slow. Now, isometrically, I want you to try to pull your heels out and then come back up. Just relax the arms, let the back release for a sec. Now we're going to come back. Big sweep back of the elbows. Now, when you pull forward this time, I want you to isometrically pull the heels together. Towards each other. So now you've got the inner thighs going, oh my goodness, you're making me do something. So you come down, keep that pull towards each other of the legs and come back up. When you get up, let it go. And then find it again. Pull down. Maybe try to go a little further. Come back up nice and slowly. And one last time. Okay, so this time you're going to release the arms out in front. We're just going to round down. So you can flex your spine, let the shoulders pull towards the earth. Let the head just relax. Enjoy some nice deep breaths. Okay, we're going to inhale and extend the spine. I want you to walk your fingertips out and try to move your hips backwards. Little tug of war here. Legs are nice and straight. Make sure you're not holding that head up. Okay, so inhale and extend the spine. Walk your hands to the front of the mat. You're going to turn your left foot to face forward. You're going to meet me in a runner's lunge with your left leg forward. Now let's take our hands to the shin and let's straighten the left leg and push the right heel down into the floor. So you're in pyramid stretch with both of your hands on your shin and your spine nice and long. Now let's take the hands back down to the floor and just fold over the front leg. Try to completely unweight the upper body. Okay, let's bend the front leg, lift the heel in the back. Take both hands up onto your thigh, and let's bring the shoulders up over our hips so we get a nice hip flexor stretch on the right side. Sweep the arms up. Just relax here, take a few deep breaths. Keep that heel nice and high in the back. Keep that front leg with a big bend in it. And now we're going to come all the way back down again. Hold over that leg. Hands to the floor, step back to your plank. Pull through to a down dog. Come back to plank. Step your right foot up, meet me in runner's lunge. Now you're going to straighten that front leg. Take your left heel to the floor. Bring both your hands up onto your shin and extend the spine. Pyramid pose. So I've got both legs straight and both heels down. I'm going to completely unweight the upper body and hold over that front leg. I'm going to bend my front leg back to my runner's lunge. And then sweep my arms out to the side, lift the shoulders up over the hips, sweep the arms up. Nice hip flexor stretch. Let's elevate that back heel. Keep a nice bend in your front leg. And from here, we're going to take it all the way back down. Nice and slowly, meet me in your high plank. From here, downward facing dog. Take 5 big deep breaths here. Close your eyes. Just sort of have a moment where you let your mind go. Okay, let's come back to our high plank position. And from here, without putting your knees down on the floor if you can, lower to the forearms. Just stay here in your low plank for a few breaths. And now we're going to put the hips down on the floor. Come onto the tops of your feet. Stay here for a few breaths. Pushing away from the floor, drawing in the belly. Now let's tuck the toes back under, elevate the hips back to low plank. And we're going to do it again. Lower slowly. Look forward, come onto the tops of your feet. Tuck the toes under, hips come back up again. And lower them down slowly. You're back on the tops of the feet. Just enjoy this. Stay here for like 4 or 5 deep breaths. And from here, lift the hips up. We're gonna walk the forearms back to child's pose. However you wanna sit, you just enjoy. Okay, back up onto all fours. Did not feel wonderful. Oh my goodness, meet me in a high plank. Once you're in your high plank, tuck in the belly, straighten out the legs. Baby steps with your hands back to your feet. Try to do this keeping a nice straight leg. Fold over both legs. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. Big deep breath. Bring your hands to heart. You're going to step your left foot forward. You're in a nice lunge position with your heel up in the back. Give me a big forward lean. No rounding of the back. Spine stays nice and long. Let's bring the arms out in front. Just a little work for that left leg. Hands back to heart. Give me a little rotation to the left. And then switch it to the right. And square out the shoulders. Reach the shoulders. Put them over the hips and reach the arms up to the ceiling. Lift the shoulders. And then lower the shoulders. Bring the arms all the way back down. Step back to plank. From here, we're going to do a nice hover and meet in up dog. Tuck the toes under, you're in down dog. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Inhale, extend. Come all the way back up. Hands to heart. Step your right foot forward. Big lunge. Give me that nice lean. So ideally, you've got most of your weight going into the right leg. Give me a rotation to the right. Bring it back. Go left. Bring it back. Extend the arms out in front. Try not to weight into that back foot. And then take the hands down, step back to plank. Do that nice hover. Meet me in up dog. Tuck the toes under, down dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Extend the spine. Reverse it, come all the way back up, reach for the ceiling. Bring your hands to heart. I want you to pick up your left foot. Now take the right arm up, find your left foot, and just balance. Nice little stretch for the quad muscle. Now let's bring this knee, by clasping the fingers together, up and into the chest. You can circle your foot the other way, point and flex. So much fun. And then put it down. Left arm up, find your right foot. Hold that nice stretch through the quad as you breathe. Let's clasp the fingers together, pull the right knee, whoops, up and in. And start to circle your foot. Other way. Point flex. And release it. Nice. Okay, big deep breath. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, extend. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extend. Shift the hips back, walk the hands forward. Exhale, fold. Walk your hands all the way back to the front. Meet me in your high plank. Pick your left foot up. The legs should be nice and long and your hips square. And switch. Both feet down, you're right to your down dog. Walk your feet to the middle of your mat. Hands back to your feet. Fold, fold. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. Take a nice big deep breath. Bring your hands to heart. You're going to take your left foot, move it back, and have it at a 45-degree angle. We're first going to have our chest face forward. So I'm trying to have you shift your hips towards the front of the room. So you feel the stretch on the inside of that hip flexor. I've got both legs straight to start. Sweep the arms up. Might feel a little awkward, but you're getting the benefit of that nice little stretch. Lift the shoulders, try to get taller, and then turn and face the side. So your front foot's facing directly forward, and your back foot is on that angle we had before. We're going to come into triangle pose. So take the right hand down. It can land anywhere you like. Keep the left arm nice and long, reaching straight up to the ceiling. Once you're as far down into your triangle pose as you're going to get, try to move your hips backwards, finding a stretch in that front inner thigh. Now let's take the left hand down. Both hands are going to frame that foot, so you're just hanging out over that front leg. But I've got my spine nice and long. I haven't folded down. So no hunching of that back. Now from here, release the arms out to the side, start to come back up. Little work for the core. Sweep the arms all the way up to the ceiling. And then bring your hands to heart. Bend your front leg. Bring your back foot forward. We're going to do the same on the opposite side. Step back. So you can take a peek at where you've positioned your ankles. And ideally, it would be nice to have them in the same line. Now try to move these hips forward. I know it's challenging. You don't want to force it, but you want to try. Bring the arms up. Nice and long, chest facing forward. Try to really reach and lift. Both legs are straight. Now bring your hands back to your heart. You're going to give me a little bend in this front leg, just a break in it. Open to the side. Long and strong arms. Check the positioning of the feet. They haven't changed. Straighten that front leg. Left hand goes down to the leg. Right arm straight up towards the ceiling. Start to slowly shift the hips back as you slide down the leg. Now we're going to lower this right arm to our forward leg. We're going to be in pyramid pose, starting out with our spine nice and long, hips square. It's actually a modified pyramid pose because you've got your back leg on an angle. Sorry, your back foot. Okay, let's fold over that leg. Relax the head. Okay, hands back to the leg, extend the spine, arms out to the side, come back up. Flip the palms, reach for the ceiling. Hands to heart, step your back foot forward. Big deep breath. And take it all the way down, nice and slow. Hold the back of the heels. Use your arms to try to bring your torso a little closer to your legs. Now, give me a little break in both knees. Ever so small. Try to get a little closer. Feeling a nice stretch through the lower back. Hang out here, make sure your head is down. You're looking through the legs to the back of the room. And most importantly, you're taking a lot of deep breaths. Now, give me a little bit more bend in the knee and keep doing what you're doing. Okay, let's come back to a straight leg. Bring your hands out in front, fingertips on the floor, extend the spine. Palms down, step back to your high plank. Put your right knee down on the floor and kickstand your right foot. Put your right hand in the middle of the mat. Turn to face the left side of your room. Kneeling side plank. Now, if you need to put a towel under your right knee, do it now. We're going to lift our back leg up off the floor. Get it parallel to the floor if you can. Point the toes, keep the leg really long. Try to lift it a little higher. And then put it down. Both hands back. We're going to do some cat-cows here before we do kneeling on the other side. So just enjoy some nice breathing. Okay, let's find ourselves in a neutral spine. Left hand in the middle, left knee in the middle, kickstand that left foot, turn and face the right side. Reach that right arm nice and long. Lift your back leg up. Point the toes. Lift it as high as you can. Strong through the core. And then come back onto all fours. Okay, so I'm going to have you with your knees hip width apart, your toes tucked under. Take one hand to the front of the mat, to the corner, and then the other. Shift your hips back. Keep the forehead off the floor, but your neck long. Open the right hand to face, the palm face up. Lift it off the floor and then reach it forward. Put it down, do the same on the left. Open it, lift it, and then reach. And keep oscillating from side to side. Make the movement very purposeful. Okay, come back onto all fours. You're going to extend your left arm forward and your right leg back. Really try to draw in the belly. And then switch sides. And then meet me in your bear. Enjoy a nice stretch through the pads of the feet because you're on your toes, right? Belly in. Smile. Small dog. Step your feet further back, so you're in a regular down dog. Come back to plank. It's your last plank of the morning. Hold here for 5 more deep breaths with your belly strong. Okay, put your knees down, let the feet come out to the side. We're gonna meet 90-90 on the right side of our mat. So scoot yourself all the way over to the right. 90 in the front leg, 90 in the back leg. Flex both feet. Now, post that right hand to the side and try to shift your torso to the left. Now take the hands forward of your front leg, fingertips only if you can. And we're going to slowly walk it forward with our spine long. When you can't go forward anymore with the spine long, try to just lower or bend through the elbow. Hold whatever spot you can hold and breathe comfortably for 3 or 4 breaths. Okay, get off the elbows, come back onto your fingertips, walk the fingers back in. Keep them in front of the leg though, so you still have a forward lean, although it's fairly small. I want you to lift and lower that back foot off the floor. When you lower it, I want you to feel the muscle in the hip just let go. And then reactivate it. And then let it go. So you're giving the muscle a complete reset. Each time. Let's do a few more. Okay, you're going to bring this back leg forward. And we're going to scoot over to the left side. Give me 90-90. Post that left hand, try to move your torso to the right. Once you're there, fingertips out in front. We're going to walk it out. Just baby steps. Keep your spine long till you can't anymore. Then you're going to lower those elbows and just kind of chill out and breathe. Now let's get off the elbows, back onto your fingertips, come back with the hands, but keep them in front of the leg. So you still got a little bit of a forward lean with your upper body, and then start working that back foot. Total release each time, so don't be in too much of a hurry. Okay, post this left hand right beside the left leg. Take the right hand behind you. Now I want you to slowly start to lift your right knee up. See if you can lift it up so much that you're on the bottom of that right foot. If you can, just hold there for a sec. And now you're gonna start to lift the front and roll the legs, so now you're facing the back of the room. Bring the left arm forward, out in front of that leg. Nice big forward lean here over that hip so you feel a deep stretch. And then lift it back up. Post the right hand, take the left one behind your back. Let's lift the left leg as much as you can. Try to be flat on that left foot. And then let's roll them both facing forward. Bring the right arm back out in front. Big forward lean, just hold. Okay, sweep this right arm around so it's facing forward. We're gonna meet in staff pose. Sitting up nice and tall. Feel those sit bones in the floor. Draw the belly in, give me a forward lean. Flex your feet. Let's take the hands down to each foot. Let's let our hands help the toes pull towards the back of the room. So you're pushing those calves into the floor, maybe the back of the knee. Nice. Now release the hands from the feet inside the legs and lower the elbows to the floor. Let your head go and your spine flex. Fingertips only. Inhale, extend the spine, arms long. Left hand to the outside of the left leg. Right hand grabs the outside of the left foot. So your right hand is on the outside of the left foot. And you're going to try to pull the shoulder back and then forward. So you're just doing a little floss of that shoulder blade. It's not really moving much, but it's more of an activation back and then forward. And then let's do it on the other side. So right hand outside the right leg. Left hand reaches to hold the outside of the right foot. And then start to floss the shoulder. Pull it backwards, move it forward. Barely visible, but you can feel the difference. Okay, both hands inside. You're going to reach the arms out to the side and straight up to the ceiling. You're going to C-curve the spine and slowly lower down. Try to keep the arms going straight up as you really flex that spine. And once you get your back down and your head down, let the arms reach all the way backwards. Point your toes, enjoy this full body stretch. Keep pulling the stomach down. Now let's bring the arms forward. Let's lift the head. Now try not to bring the arms all the way forward to make it easy to get up. If you keep them a little higher up, it's going to make it a little harder. That's the progression. Take it between your legs, just relax. Okay, inhale, extend the spine, arms out to the side, palms face up, sweep them up, C-curve your spine, come down. Draw in the belly. Arms pull straight back, point your toes. Okay, let's bring your arms by your side. Palms are on the floor. Get nice and flat on your shoulder blades. Step your left foot in towards your butt and then the right. Rock your pelvis forward and back. Should take you about 4 counts in each direction. Okay, once you've done 4 or 5 of those, your feet are hip width apart, your spine is neutral. You're pulling in the stomach. Take your right ankle, flex it over top of your left thigh. Figure 4 stretch. Now, before we progress this, I want you to bring your left knee towards you and move it back out. And just oscillate between in and out. Keep the foot flexed. Hold it out. Lift the left foot off the floor. Use your arms to help you bring that left knee in a little closer. Put the left foot down, then the right. We're going to switch up sides. So left foot flex on the right side. Move the left knee forward and then bring it in. Keep going. Still, you want to find that 3 or 4 count in each direction. Okay, let's hold it out. Right foot comes off the floor. Use your hands to help you. Guide the knee in a little closer. As you still continue to move the left one forward. Okay, release both legs straight up to the ceiling. Nice and straight, point your toes, open the legs wide. And close them. And do that 3 or 4 more times. Now let's put the hands down on the floor. Let's move the legs forward a little bit. So you feel a big activation in the 6-pack muscle. Keep pressing it down towards the floor. And then take the right leg all the way down to the floor. And then the left one. Take the arms all the way back behind you. Pilates style, let's roll it up. And take it between the legs. One last time here in this beautiful stretch. Take some nice deep breaths. And then lift it up. Hands behind you, fingertips only. Step the left foot in, then the right foot. Hoist yourself up on your toes and meet me in a full fold. Roll up nice and slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time. Take a nice big deep breath. Reach for the sky. And I thank you very much for your power and strength. Woohoo! We're done. How was everybody's Christmas?